should check up to see how World War Z is doing. See what kind of...
So, in order to fucking unlock this, you have to just be allied with the Sirius Corporation minor faction, any system where it has a presence. I'm in a system where it supposedly has a presence. I have made them allied, but I do not have...
Little footsies. I shot him right off.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think they're playing Black Ops most of the time. Maybe they're playing Modern Warfare, I don't know. But most of the time, I watch like the FaZe clan do shit, and the FaZe clan is one that doesn't usually use FaZe clan. He always ends up having a dealer that he shoots people's heads off with.
Much like the FaZe and the other, like, they're branded now, and it's just, Call of Duty's changed a lot, especially when it's how they've been doing competition and shit. Like, now it's just all about these two teams, FaZe and I got the other one.
You in the game, we're playing a game against you, blah blah blah. And I can understand, you know, being starstruck or something like that, and you really do like the content and all that, but, you know, I understood what it was.
Well, it's like
they're really good at the game, and they're professional gamers, but...
They've changed community is what I'm saying, to where, like, now every 12-year-old wants to be them, and it's basically ruined Call of Duty, because now I can't even go in the war zone and not be shot by some 13-year-old who thinks he's in a FaZe clan, who has FaZe in his clan tag, and who buys every FaZe outfit there is.
Oh. Honestly, the game's changed for that anyways. Like, for the community, in my opinion, changed. Like, I think that's the biggest problem that I had with He never changed. All they cared about was just, hey, it's a new game, blah blah blah. We got some new stuff to end up doing, and it's just the same thing, painted different every time. That's why I got tired of it. Why I fucking hate it. And yet, now the community's starting to change a little bit and move in a different direction. Yet I still can't bring myself to play fucking games again. Like zombies, sure. If I have the zombies and a friend I want that wants me to play with or something like that has it, then fucking cool, I'll play it. If I don't have it, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get it either.
I kind of like the new zombies that Black Ops brought because it's more open, more able to run around.
Right. Like I said, like if I have the game, then sure, I'll play zombies or whatever. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to get it if I don't have either money or just want to suck up my internet for that long.
Right.
If I don't want to fucking do that, I'm not gonna get it, and I'm probably not gonna play it. But if I already have it, like I'm pretty sure I have Black Ops 2 to 4.
Ew, I hate Black Ops 4 zombies. They've ruined that. Anything that makes Black Ops not Black Ops.
I didn't mind it.
Like,
they had a decent storyline and everything to it, so that's why I kind of liked Black Ops 4.
oh yes. The storyline was awesome. Talked about the zombies first. Like, Infinite Warfare zombies, horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's only because they added futuristic aspects to zombies.
Oh, is that the one where they're like exosuit zombies and stuff? Hello?
Huh?
Is that where they had exosuits and stuff? Like the zombies
Yeah.
did?
Yep. Yep. The only thing I hate about these zombies, Black Ops Cold War zombies, is they added basically superpowers. Gave you different abilities. Like right now I got Ether Shroud gives me 5 times more damage, or base damage, of what my weapon does. And it also protects me from projectiles being thrown at me. And now if you hop on something that's too high for zombies to climb up on, they will throw chunks of their body at you. Which I love that. That means you can't sit in one spot and be able to farm.
Like the shit where there's, I think it was 3. Was it 2 or 3 that had the moon?
It was actually the original Black Ops, but they remastered
Original
it.
Black Ops
2.
And then 2. So both of those moon levels though.
They remastered it for 3. Because I have.
In both of those though, there was a glitch. The glitch spot you could go to. It'd be the last one on the team alive if everybody wanted to go do something with their lives and fucking shit. No life it for 7 days in a row or whatever, but they still have it going, and they would just do that and then go and do their shit and come back.
I know what glitch you're talking about. It's over where you play Samantha Says.
I think so. Isn't that like,
It's where you're outside.
the plant place.
Yeah.
So you have your little fucking greenhouse.
Oh.
The auditorium or something like that.
I guess. I'm not sure. There's right right where you teleport into in the moon station, you go out one of the two main doors, and then there's a terminal that has four computer screens, and usually it lights up blue, red, yellow, green. And there's a spot there where you can glitch out. One person can glitch out, and the other people can stay there and shoot, and then you kind of just swap in and out.
Mm.
So that way it keeps the team alive. And
See, yeah,
when
it's the same
everybody has,
concept. Is it like it was where you have all those jump pads that take you up on like in that top area where there's
yeah,
more jump pads to go to. Yeah, and like as you're doing it halfway, I think like halfway through, all the way to the right or some shit, if from the direction they were coming, there's a spot where you land down on top of it in the corner, and then zombies can run at you all they want, but they never actually swing at you because you're like off the map technically.
back in my OG days of playing zombies, playing, got the name of it now. The original zombies maps.
The one with the farm? Or am I thinking of
No,
something
that
else?
was Black Ops 2. You had Black Ops, and then you had Call of Duty. Uh,
Was it like the theater place?
nope, that
Or
was
is that
Black Ops
two?
1.
It was? Okay.
There's a Call of Duty before that. And I
Like
can't think
World
of
War
the
II
name.
or something?
World at War. Yes, World at War.
World
Because in
at
the
War.
campaign you could actually get the ray gun.
Eh.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You had to do a series of three. Uh, forgot what the mission was called, but you were on Omaha Beach or something, and you had to dive into three mortar holes, something like that, and then when you got to the last one, it would raise up four ray guns.
Damn.
Yeah, and you and your teammates could have each have a ray gun, and I would sit there and do that mission every day. Every time I would play the campaign. Ah, I'm stuck.
I remember playing like Halo and shit through those years. Because I got tired of Black Ops, like I said, and so I played Halo, like Halo Reach and ODST and all those fucking games.
Remember the Halo days.
Yeah,
I remember Halo Reach playing the fuck was it called? It was where you basically went up against swarms of enemies, waves of enemies like zombies, but it was basically you could make it to where you faced up against hunters and you only had the loadout of a fucking plasma pistol or the plasma rifle, the needler rifle, the needler itself. God, I love that gun. It's pink
funny thing
and the
is,
bullets went straight to a
I
target.
used to play SWAT a lot on Reach, and I was really good at it.
Oh, I
Like
love SWAT.
really good at SWAT, dude.
Where
Hard,
you
like it,
all
that
you
hardcore shit where you don't have any shields, basically.
Yep, all you
Like
had
you
to
have
do
like,
was basically right off the bat make sure you looked at your teammate's head and got your crosshairs lined up right with their heads. That way if you went around any corner, you could automatically just pick off somebody.
yes, I'm so glad somebody else knew that.
Yep.
I did
Yep.
that shit.
You should do it all the time. All the
Yeah,
time.
people saying I was hacking, but I
Same.
was not hacking. Not a hack if it's a game exploit, and it's a game exploit only because the fact that if
It's
somebody
basically,
figured it out, that you could do it.
well, it was common knowledge. Because everybody was the same height.
Heap. But
The
there were
only,
times though that you have to actually flick your fucking
yep,
controller to get shots.
yep,
I did some pretty sick flicks in that game.
yep.
Like really gross ones that people hated me for.
I think you would like One in the Chamber because they brought it back in Cold War. One in the
It's
Chamber is,
if I had those kinds of skills anymore. I almost did something stupid. I almost ran like head on into a damn station because I forgot to actually switch my target to the system that I wanted to go
heat,
to. I'm
heat,
sorry.
heat.
I was just like, yep, alright, I got this. I'm gonna go. Nope, I'm almost fucking boosting with no shield straight into a station. That's just asking for death. But, I don't know. It'd still be one of those things where, like, I'd have to put effort into it to be good at it. Like, I used to play SWAT every fucking day just because I fucking could. And that's why I was so good at it. But,
It
I
was
don't
the
have that kind of
only,
time on my hands anymore.
it was the
And if
only
I
game
do,
mode that I could actually enjoy and not be too terrible at it. And then I got too good at it.
yes. Yes, exactly. And I have, like, so many people love the burst rifle because it gave you 3 shots or whatever. But there's so many times that I would get a double tap on somebody's fucking dome with one of those, and it wouldn't kill them in SWAT. So I went to the DMR. It's always one tap. You just have to be good aim. You know, you just have to not suck, basically. Which I also remember that was the first time I used the phrase "get good, scrub."
Yes! Yes! Except mine was get good, bitch.
I was part of the nicer generation.
Nope. Nope, not me. Then again, I didn't have a mic, so I was basically just yelling at myself. Too many
Oh, I
times
did.
I would catch myself yelling at myself.
I had a mic, but I never ever like actually used the mic. I would just have the headset and everything to get in the mic to hear what
I
people
always
were
had the
like talking shit.
Yeah, I always had the crappy ear mic, the
Yeah.
one-sided ear mic, and I never used that bitch ever.
And then I would mess like people would always be like, "I know you can talk. Why aren't you talking, you little bitch?" And I'd just be like, "You're just mad because I beat you. Like, why would I like give you any sort of inclination as to what I sound like or what I act like or anything?" And realistically, you're not even realizing how I am. I'm sitting here just studying your nonsense and how much of a little bitch you are, and you're still not realizing it. And then eventually, when somebody start talking enough shit, when I'm fucking playing with them and they won't leave the lobby, I'd end up messaging them.
I met very few people that I actually had respect for on Halo.
I can say the same about Black Ops and Halo. I barely ever met anybody worth any time on those games. But playing Hunt, dude, there's so many people I fucking got along with. So many people I like playing with. There's also some people that are just like, oh wow, I'm really upset that I ever became friends with you. But that's bound to happen in any goddamn game.
Yeah,
The fact, the fact that I found a game that's a first-person shooter with that good of a community is one of the biggest reasons why I love the game.
that's another thing that's wrong with Call of Duty nowadays is the community is not
Garbage. It's been
garbage,
garbage for a while, bruh.
but it's toxic.
It's
It's
been
very
garbage for a
toxic.
while, bruh.
Very toxic.
Like straight up, dude. It's been so bad for so long. So long. Like everything about Black Ops is or about Call of Duty's been toxic since I want to say Black Ops 1.
I I'd go back to Modern Warfare, if anything. Modern Warfare 2.
This is even further back, isn't it?
They did have yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Is it? Call of Duty 4. That's what it is. Yep. It wasn't called Modern Warfare, but that's when they introduced Captain Price, Soap, uh, Nikolai, or not Nikolai. Yes, Nikolai.
Nikolai.
So he was the chopper pilot at all times.
And wasn't that like where he was like super fucking crazy? Which one was it showed that showed he was super crazy in that fucking prison or whatever, and he was seeing Nikolai, but Nikolai was actually not alive. Like he went crazy in a sense, but his like basically his mind went into self-preservation mode and was like showing him something that wasn't really there, and he ended up escaping because of the help of his insanity.
Oh, yeah, fuck. It's the new Modern Warfare, I think.
I think that's the last storyline that I've actually played.
Wait, are you talking
Was
about
was that
Reznov?
might be Reznov, but I could swear it
Because
was Nikolai.
that's Black Ops, where Reznov and Mason were in a POW camp as well, and Reznov helped him escape, and then Mason was also in a Russian POW camp, and Reznov helped him escape from there, where you had to take down a helicopter with a harpoon gun, and you got to
But didn't he
use
end up like Reznov wasn't actually with
yep,
one of those people or some shit? He was dead or
nope,
something.
Reznov was dead for like 20 years, but the Russians had experimented with Mason's brain and
Uh,
brainwashed him, and somehow Reznov was formed.
I remember.
It's so foggy. Don't touch me. Ah! A sniper rifle was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's what the FaZe Clan generally always uses is like snipers and marksman rifles and shit, and it's just like I get, I get that that's
The damage
extraordinarily
output.
difficult to do,
It's just
but the amount of practice they can put in, they can do it without trying now, basically.
I
So if they use any like automatic weapons, it kind of gives them an edge, and that's why when they're playing against that other team that you mentioned, that they probably actually do that. It's like Hunt, for example. So many people bitch and moan like, "There's no automatic weapons. Why would I want to play this?" Like, it takes so long to get to the automatic weapon in the game. It's like it takes a long time to get to that automatic weapon specifically because the game's trying to lean towards non-automatic weapons. And then that's why you have people who end up using fanning with chain, like with the chain pistol a lot, or they use the Crowning King, which takes a really long time to get to, or they'll
yeah.
use the Bornheim or the Dolch, dual Dolches, double dual Dolches, and those metas actually kind of like started to veer off a bit because the fact that there's so much you can do now with the ammo, but it's just like I said, man, it's hard for me to go to that game again with like all the different changes, and the biggest problem being that I don't want it to be a game that just sucks me in again.
Yeah. I feel you.
Like I was straight addicted to that fucking game, and I could probably easily be addicted to it again. I think that's what my biggest problem was with it is it was a straight up addiction. This game's been an addiction, but it seems to be wearing off. And I could end up replacing it with something like Diablo 3 for a bit, or single player storyline and come back to it, but nowhere near as bad as Hunt. I still believe in my heart this game's better than Hunt for me, and the experience has been better than Hunt. Like, profoundly better, just because of what it is.
Yeah.
But I still was nowhere near addicted to this game as I was to Hunt. And the amount of effort I put into Hunt. Like I said, every day. Every day. There was no missing playing the game. If I didn't play the game, I'd get pissed at Adina. That's how bad it was. And there's no need to be mad at her. I don't need to play it every fucking day. And if the game is making me feel like I've got to play it every day so that I can still be good at the game and compete with people, then there's a problem there.
Yeah.
It's not even the game that's doing that. It's just me being addicted to the fucking game.
Oh God,
And feeling like I've got to be better than everybody, even though I know damn well I'm not going to be better than everybody.
Done.
I was better than a lot of people, though. I won't lie about that. Hey, remember how pissed off I got with you when playing with you, and you're literally just learning the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a fucking issue.
I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of what drove me back from Hunt.
Yeah, I know it was, and like I said, it was my issue and my fucking problem that, like, I was being a piece of shit about the game, and then I started playing the game for fun and stopped actually like trying to do that kind of stuff, and then just constantly getting stuck with other people that wanted me to play absolutely amazing, and so I'm just like, fine, I will fucking try, but I don't like where I go.
Exactly. That's where Call of Duty takes me, and I fucking hate it. Cause I'm a very competitive person when it comes to challenges. Like yesterday, and I got very pissed off with Dom because I sat there and I fucking bitched at him because he wouldn't cycle through people that would actually help me with the challenge instead of making me sit
Be the
there
only one do
and get
everything and try
two
to
to
complete it all yourself.
exactly. And I told him I'm tired of being in second or third place when I know I can get up in the first place. Just need a little bit of help.
I'm 100% allied with these people. Apparently there's an outbreak amongst them.
Ew, get out of there. You don't need that.
I think
Fuck
that's
them
why I have to keep
people.
bringing them medicine.
Fuck them
They've been
people.
needing basic and advanced medications a lot lately. Like doing stuff. I don't understand what's going on with them.
Probably all zombies.
No.
Oh,
Civil
I can't
liberty.
wait until you get a season ahead in Z Nation, because you're gonna like where it goes. And I'm
Helping
not
their
gonna say
economy out.
who. I'm not gonna say where or when they met. But Warren meets up with a very cool character.
Interesting. Which one's Warren?
Warren's the black female, main black character.
Oh, I remember who Warren is.
Yep.
She's a badass.
Uh,
She's straight up fucking badass, dude. With some tiggle bitties, too.
I knew you were gonna say that. This character that she meets up with has bigger big old
Jesus.
bitty
Okay,
sword.
okay. There's a show that Hopkins wanted me to, or wanted the group to try out, and it's like Stories of Ragnarok or some shit like that. It's a new anime on Netflix, and so I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Like the first episode, instantly irritated with it because the fact that it's bastardizes all fucking mythology, like straight up bastardizes all of it. Okay, that alone pisses me off. And then they bastardize the appearance and the sheer, I guess, lore and just any sort of accuracy to the lore they bastardize.
Huh.
For example, like Thor is just like this really scrawny looking dude, but he's still really fucking strong. He's got like, he just looks dumb as shit. Zeus is this frail old fucking man who's a pervert and crazy as shit. So I mean, other than the frail old man thing, I feel like that one's pretty accurate if I'm gonna be completely honest. But I mean, and basically the concept of it is they say that Ragnarok, rather than being what Ragnarok is said to be in mythology of like the end of times, and this is where they go to war
Right.
in Valhalla for the last time or whatever, and basically the Ragnarok is like a legislation or some form of thing that they can activate amongst their rules as gods and make it so that it's 13 humans in history versus 13 gods. The first one to 7 victories of killing their opponent wins, and then humanity gets to live for another 1,000 years or some shit.
That doesn't. That, there's something
That's
wrong
not
with that. That
Ragnarok
don't
at
sound
all.
right. That
That's
don't
not
sound right.
Ragnarok at all. So they
Ragnarok
bastardize
is
that too.
isn't
But
isn't Ragnarok the bringer
it's
of
basically the
destruction
apocalypse
of.
of the world, and then like the destruction of Valhalla
Yep,
and all
Valhalla
that stuff,
and
and like everybody in Valhalla fights their last fight and war and everything, and goes to war with Odin,
yeah.
all that stuff. Okay, so it's where basically Fenrir eats the sun.
Mm, mm.
So the thing is, though, is with all that being said, the idea behind it is still pretty neat because they pick somebody completely unexpected for the first human warrior.
Yep.
Have you ever played Dynasty Warriors?
No, have not. Don't even know what that is.
Dynasty Warriors is like a hack and slash game where like you have these commanders that you play as, and you go around like in a campaign. In the campaign mode, you can increase your characters like powers and stuff with equipment and all this different kind of stuff, and like level them up and make them better and better. On top of killing just tens of thousands of enemy foot soldiers and stuff, and fighting other captains of sorts.
Oh, so
So I
it's
mean, it's
like
like
in general perspective, it's like Doom, but hack and slash.
sort of,
Okay.
yes. Um, I kind of want to like I want to get one to just play with you one of these times, just because it's cool as shit and fun to play with a friend. But
What is it on?
we can actually get one for PlayStation 4. We can get a few of them for PlayStation 4, to be honest. And then we could play online and play these games, and it'd be fun as hell. But um, the first Warrior is from that game franchise.
Oh shit. Huh.
Unexpected entirely. So it's like I really want to know this, but then it's like the old school fucking garbage ass animes I cannot stand. Like there were a lot of good old school, like Hellsing, for example. Amazing anime. Like it is so fucking good. And
You're
then
probably
there's
gonna get mad at me, but
you
I've
don't.
never really got interested in anime.
It's fine. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But then there's Shit. Then there's Trigun. There's Sword Art Online, which is a more newer one, but it's still getting to where it's getting kind of old now. And then like there's really good anime out there with good storyline. But then there's stuff like Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, Bleach.
I've heard of
It's all the
Bleach.
same
Watched
shit.
Bleach a little bit. I got
They
interested in Bleach.
they have so much filler and so much just fucking talking all the goddamn time instead of actually fighting. And the bit of fighting that you get is like 2 seconds, and all of a sudden, oh, here's a bunch of fucking backstory. We'll get back to this fight at the end of the episode. And they'll fight for 2 seconds, do something kind of cool, and then it goes to the next episode. Whereas you watch something like Hellsing, and they give tons of backstory. They give really intriguing characters that are actually like building in it, along with ones that they're building more backstory for, so you're understanding the character more since they've been alive for so long and kind of shit. But the fighting is actual fucking fighting.
Yeah.
It doesn't cut from the fighting and then go to a bunch of fucking monologue bullshit and then go back to the fight. No, it concludes a fight with maybe a minute or two of like, oh, this is what's going on through this person's head kind of thing.
Right.
But that's it. And that doesn't even happen often. It's like a whole fucking fight, and then boom, the fight's action, or back to the storyline stuff of it, and you get to see more of what's going on with the actual people of